Determination, passion, and courage. These are the key factors that our ancestors cling on, especially in showcasing their arts. An art that can make a difference. An art that can be mysterious, makes you sad, makes you happy, or an art that can make you. This what makes us human, recording our past through the obra maestra of the late masters of arts. Come and join us in a visit from the past by reminiscing the carbon prints of our ancestors. This is the Gallery of the Past.
Welcome to the Gallery of the Past, where we showcase what is up within our past. On each room, several eras of art will be showcased, where we give you a tour on the arts they have made. Our masters of arts. Let us begin.
In this first room, we give a detailed background on the prehistoric era and classical civilization. Giving you a few steps is the prehistoric era. Many artifacts have been uncovered like spears, tools, stones, and metal.
Prehistoric painting of rhinoceroses in the Chauvet Cave, dated 35,000 BCE. Or this one, a painting from a cave of Lubang Jeriji Sale on the Indonesian island of Borneo, dated back 40,000 BCE. Sculptures are also prominent that time, like Venus of Holy Fels, a figure of a goddess that time, which we can see it is a little different from the present-day sculptures. Also, this is a female figure from Tumba Madzari from Republic of Macedonia, the fruits of early arts.
Moving on to the arts of our early civilization, Sumerians are the one who invented the cuneiform. The Blau monument is one of its products, an inscribed stone object from Mesopotamia. Not only the Sumerians are good on clay tablet making, they are also good in making mosaic, the standard of Ur, a Sumerian commemorative mosaic covered with shell, red limestone, and lapis lazuli. Not only the Sumerians have exquisite styles of art, but also the Egyptians. The Book of the Dead is one of the examples, and the throne of King Tut, a sideline by the Assyrians. Assyrian wall relief located in the palace of King Ashurbanipal.
Moving with the Greeks, where we can call us the golden civilization of the classic era. The famous Parthenon is one of the examples, where they showcase the goddess Athena within its walls. An early Athenian coin where it depicts the head of Athena on the obverse and her owl on the reverse, which shows the successes of the Greeks that time. Alexander mosaic is a painting during the Byzantine period. Finally, a gravestone of a woman with her slave child attendant, showing the dark side of the Greeks, where they pursue slavery to the people.
Moving on with the Romance. The Augustus of Prima Porta, a sculpture showing the determination of the Roman Empire, the Caesar. The Gate of Domitian and Trajan is one of the entrances along Trajan, where what we can see is what remains within it. The personification of the river Nile and his children from the temple of Serapis and Isis in Rome is one of what we can see the product of the creative mind of the Romans that time. It's also the painting that depicts the Roman hunters during the preparations, setup of traps, and in-action hunting near Taraco. Finally, who would forget on the Flavian Amphitheater, a venue for the fight for the colossal gladiators but not titans. This is what we cherish within the Stone Age up to the classical era of the human history.
In the next room, we are taking you to a more spiritual significance, the religious era. First in the room is the Carolingian period, from the name of Carolus of Charles Martel, Droga Sacramentary, Saint Mark, Germain des Prés, Lothier Crystal, and Lorsch Crospel are showcasing artworks in this gallery. Next are something to deal with the gargoyles, the Gothic era. Coronation of the Virgin by Fra Angelico, the Crucifixion and Last Judgment ditch by Jan van Eyck, The Jerusalem Madonna by Miguel Vineza and Ognisanti Madonna by Gatla de Bondone are the artworks of the Gothic residing in this gallery. Finally, moving aside to Islam, the Islamic art. Great Mosque of Zamora by Abbasid Caliph al-Mutawakkil, the Alhambra, the Dome of the Rock by Umayyad Caliph Abd al-Malik ibn Marwan, the Friday Mosque, Esfahan by Caliph in Damascus, and the famous Taj Mahal by Shah Jahan are some of the architecture and artworks of the Muslim era and the religious era. This is what we look behind within these periods of history.
In the next room, we are taking you to what we can say the Golden Era, the Middle Ages. To start is the Renaissance period with the famous artists Leonardo da Vinci, Gennaro da Vinci. Also, Michelangelo, the creator of the creation of man, painted the Battle of the Centers. Titian painted Bacchus and Ariadne, and Judith and Holofernes by Donatello. As you can see, depiction of a figure or a subject is one of the key factors of the Renaissance period. Moving on with the Baroques, the Baroque art. Here are the artworks residing in this gallery. Ahimelech giving the sword of Goliath to David by Art de Gelder. Alethea Talbot with her husband by Peter Paul Rubens. Arctic Adventure by Abraham Hondius. Allegory of War by Han Burgel the Younger and A Fantastic Cave with Odysseus and the Calibjo by Han Burgel the Elder. This is what we look behind within these golden periods of history.
Moving forward to the next room, what we know the modern, but not that modern, the modern art. This is a stage where we step out of our comfort zone, breaking the classical rules of arts. Starting off with Impressionism, just to impress, a work by Claude Monet, Impression. Sunrise, where it depicts the port of Le Havre, Monet's hometown. Irises by the creator of Starry Night, Vincent van Gogh, looking with a new perspective of painting irises. Best Painting of the 7th Impressionist Exhibition, Luncheon of the Boating Party by Pierre-Auguste Renoir. Next with Expressionism, Now to Express, a work by Émile Nolde, Dance Around the Golden Calf, gives you a new way of expressing what is with Nolde's expression. Another one is The Blue Rider by Wassily Kandinsky. And who would forget the painting that surrounds the meme community, The Scream by Edvard Munch. Romanticism, where we put our hearts to our artworks. Dedham Vale by John Constable is one of them. Also, The Death of Sardanapalus by Eugène Delacroix and Henry de Verger, Comte de la Roquelaine by Pierre Nariz-Seguerin.
Here, looking at it is not what you think, because it is an abstract art, where we are being surrounded by the world of abstractionism. Gerhard Richter, Abstract Painting 599, is the best way to pull it off, naming a painting by a number. Convergence by Jackson Pollock, where we see the convergence of the dark, cool, and warm color into a distorted manner of abstractionism. 1934 is a different one where it creates different shapes of different color without standard focus on the subject. Moving what we use today, photography. Man Jumping the Puddle by Henry Cartier-Bresson is one way showcasing photography skills that are very hard to achieve during that time. Same with Starving Child and Culture by Kevin Carter and The Steerage by Alfred Stieglitz. This is what we look behind from modern art, which became the fundamentals of the art of today.
The art of today, the contemporary art. To start is Jeff Koons' Michael Jackson and bubbles of the postmodernism movement. The AT&T Building, New York by Philip Johnson, A Building Not a Painting, to showcase one way to make a building out of the ordinary. Next up is depicting Marilyn Monroe in a pop art style, Marilyn Diptyque by Andy Warhol. Next is for the ladies, the feminist art. To start, Judy Chicago's The Dinner Party is an installation art and regarded as the first epic feminist artwork. Next on the list is The Torture of Women by Nancy Spiro, depicting her protests against torture. Finally, Femme Maison by Louis Bourgeois. This art movement will take you to the streets and graffiti, the street art. Cornbread by Daryl McRae, C215 by Banksy, and No More Heroes by Plastic Jesus showcasing this gallery. This movement will defy the principles of architectural design, deconstructivism architecture. Showcasing within the gallery walls are Jewish Museum, Berlin by Daniel Libeskind, EFA Cinema Center by Cobb Himmelbu, and Vitra Design Museum by Frank Gehry. Last of the art of the day will take you to the circuitry of the computer, the digital art. Showcasing in this gallery are Disastro Ecologico by Alberto Saveso, Beowulf 3D by Daniel Bell, and Kala de Abesa by Ahmad Merhab. This sums up the exhibition of our past. Please proceed to the next part of an audiovisual presentation.
Art is a way for them to do things which cannot be done verbally. Moreover, art reflects history. Some artists could be influenced by their society and the events happening around them. Hence, it could affect their artworking processes, which could be seen in their artworks. Also, art may also tell and contribute to a story of a particular event or part in history, society, and even towards the artist. As such, art is vital. Art, society, and humankind coexist and have a deep relationship with one another.
Artifacts, sculptures, and the like permit us to take a glimpse into the history to the ancient manner of living, as well as the instruments they used to flourish and the foundation of their hierarchy.
The artworks should be viewed with utmost importance and respect, since most of these items could not be duplicated nor could be created again due to various reasons, such as extinction of the item, death of the artist or the artists, and many more related cases.
On the other hand, a framework theory called critical race theory depicts ethnic disparity between people of color, where a variety of privileges have been provided to boost their elite status. Racisms which have been developed by elites, whereas servants have improved terribly.
Same goes within the present time. We are entailed ourselves to express freely, yet sometimes we are being disported to the emotions we carry when we pick a brush, a pen, or a stylus. We are bound to the principles that sometimes become obsolete due to the advancing technology of humanity. The human mind is our number one enemy in creating what we call a masterpiece. We have different opinions in what we define as a good art, good artist, or even a great artist.
In conclusion, we are not humans if we do not cherish our histories. Forgotten histories led to forgotten tangible heritage. Art is a part of us. Art is a part of our history. We do not tend to forget what was left in our past, so it's high time to cherish what was left on us, in the world, and in our own country, in our own town, within your family, within you. Thank you for visiting to the Gallery of the Past.